this would happen, I refused. I was like, dude, I'm not wearing fucking makeup.
Yeah.
And I remember I called my dad, who lives in Missouri. He was like, Dad, they wouldn't make me wear makeup. And I thought my dad would be like, oh, fuck no. And he's like, why don't you? You look shiny. I'm like, really?
Are you serious?
You're cool with it, Dad? All right, if Dad's cool with it, I'm cool with it.
On this week's episode, we're celebrating the American Dream's 6th anniversary. Join us as we hear the founding members of the American Dream tell a story years in the making. Let's start the show.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Our show is both national and local, and I'm proud of the fact that we're here to share stories that both inform and inspire our viewers for the better. Our first segment is brought to you by a professional in your city. Let's hear from them now.
Hi there, I'm Andy Youngmark with Keller Williams Realty and the Youngmark Group, and I want to introduce you to our team. We have Ryan Salios, one of our buyer's agents, Gabe Scott, our other buyer's agent, and Corina Youngmark, who's our office manager. And today we're going to be exploring Huntington Beach, which is one of our favorite cities. So come on, let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Ryan Salios, and we're here at Sandy's in downtown Huntington Beach. This is honestly one of my favorite spots in Huntington Beach. We're right on Main Street. They have live music, farmers markets, breakfast spots, lunch spots, whatever you're looking for, they pretty much have it here. And Sandy's, as you can see, is one of my favorite spots. It has great food, signature cocktails, you're minutes from the beach, and you have unobstructed views of the ocean for about 8 miles. So this is a great spot to come with your family, and you can honestly feel like you're on vacation here all year round.
I'm going to talk about a couple of my favorite attractions and events that happen down here. One of my absolute favorites is bike riding downtown to watch the 4th of July parade. A little known fact, the parade down here is the biggest west of the Mississippi. Another one of my favorites is to watch the Great Pacific Air Show. The air show is amazing to watch from Fred's or Sandy's across the street. They have great patios with great views. You can watch the air show from the beach, from the pier, or up here on the patios.
One of my favorite parts of Huntington Beach is that we have a huge culture of sandals and flip-flops. My mom used to call them beach walkers, but now we just call them flip-flops. I love that we have such a casual vibe here. You can go right across the street and get some high-end shopping and dining, and then be right at the end of the pier just like that. I love that you can come down to the end and go to Ruby's and get some food, some fries and shakes, or you could just watch the fishermen or fish yourself. And then after you're done, you can go down to the end of the pier and get fresh ingredients at the farmers markets that we have. We have them every Friday afternoon, rain or shine, and then today, Tuesdays, from 5 to 9.
And Huntington Beach really is a go-to destination for not only locals, but actually worldwide. So it's definitely a tourist spot now, and people are coming here from all over. They're building shops, restaurants, hotels. And actually, it's a very good surfing. So the US Open of Surfing is hosted here, which is one of the largest events of surfing worldwide. And as you can see behind me, they're setting up, and actually it's starting this weekend.
The Vibe is a great reason to live in HB, as the locals call it. You can enjoy some amazing staycations, and there's nothing like winding down at the end of the day enjoying a beautiful sunset.
And our team is really like a family. In fact, we've known each other for a long time.
I've known Andy since '07.
I've known Andy for 20 years.
I've known Andy since 1988, 5th grade.
In fact, I know myself since 1977. One thing I like to say about our team is that not only are we a family, but these are amazing realtors, and they're even better people. And that really translates in how we treat our clients. We do get results for our clients because we actually listen to our clients and care about their needs. And we're really passionate about Huntington Beach, and that's why we'd like to work here. And what we love about Huntington Beach is that there's something for everybody. From starter condos all the way to multi-million-dollar estates, it's definitely a diverse real estate market. And when people buy in Huntington Beach, they tend to stay here. And thank you so much for today, and let's give a cheers and a shout out to American Dream. Cheers. Woo. All right.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Drew,
with Rochelle Chacon's real estate group in Keller Williams in Mission Viejo. We are now in Laguna Woods. We're going to go over to a restaurant on the golf course in the Laguna Woods community. We're now at restaurant 19 in Laguna Woods, and this is Izzy. Izzy, what do the people order here?
Oh, here, the people here at 19, they like the breakfast burrito, the skillet, and the Benedicts as well.
And the view?
And the view here. Yeah, so come for the view, to hang out and enjoy everybody's time and spend time with each other here.
Well, thank you, Izzy. Thank you very much for all your information.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a good day.
I'd like to give you some facts on Laguna Woods. The average age moving here is around 66 years old. Now they have over 250 clubs that you can join. We have horse stables here. They have the golfing here. The community offers 24-hour security guards here. And as I said, it is the safest city in Orange County. This is a property that I renovated. I'm not only a real estate person, I'm a real estate investor. Some I buy, some I lease out for long-term rentals. This happens to be one of my very long-term renovations. It took us a little longer than we thought. There was quite a bit of work to be done in this unit. The property was from the 60s, so there was the popcorn ceilings. There was no central heat and air here. So this is all new. Everything from floor to ceiling and beyond is new. We have beautiful stainless steel appliances here, microwave, stove, refrigerator, also dishwasher. If you notice, it does have the gray with the white cabinets. We have the gorgeous backsplash. It's kind of a turquoise green with two different shades involved there. What was done is we had made a new wall so we could have more cabinet space in the kitchen. And now we're in the living room, and I really wanted to show you this fireplace and this custom wall that we built with the shelves and with this. This actually looks like rocks here. It's gorgeous. And the fireplace does, yes, it does heat the room, which is amazing. It does do it in 3 or 4 different colors, depending on what color you decide to put your furniture. These floors are laminated floors. Everything has been like brand new here. So it's a brand new condo. Thank you for joining me on the tour of Laguna Woods, and I look forward to seeing you next time on The American Dream.
The American Dream is about bringing you inspirational real estate, lifestyle, and success stories. This week, we explore the history and vision that brought us this far. But first, we have one more story from your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Jaime.
And I'm Mike.
And we're here in beautiful Rancho Santa Margarita in Orange County, California, nestled in the Saddleback Mountain Range, where you can visit lakes, parks, live, eat, and play, all within a 10-minute walking distance. We're also recently ranked as one of the top 3 safest cities in the entire state of California. Today, we're going to show you how we start our day. First, we're going to visit Orange Theory Fitness, followed by Envision Sports for long-term physical health. So let's head into Orange Theory and get our sweat on. We're here at Orange Theory Fitness with Dusty. Dusty, Mike and I talk all the time about how much we love Orange Theory, and the #1 question we always get is, why is it called Orange Theory?
Well, I had nothing to do with naming it. That came with Ellen and the other founders. Basically, the orange represents energy, and that was one of the things she brought to the workout initially. And then when they started shopping for heart rate monitors, the orange was the 84 percentile, which is exactly where they wanted to be to achieve EPOC. So they thought that was sort of kismet, and then stuck with the orange and moved on from there.
Okay, and what is a typical workout session like here?
Typical, we start with 2 groups. First group starts on the rower, the other group starts on the treadmill. After the warm-up, the rowers will move over to the weight section, and you'll spend about 24 minutes doing the weights and 24 minutes on the treadmill, which is the HIIT portion of the workout, and then we'll switch halfway through and then have a nice warm down.
Okay, and what do you think about us getting on these rows
Yeah,
and
go
trying
for
them
it.
out? Yeah? All right. Because it's a high intensity workout, can it be done by anybody of all ages, or is it something that someone that's an experienced exerciser can do?
Anyone, we always tell everyone that anyone can do it. That's part of the reason it's heart rate based. Because that will tell you what effort you should be making, or even if you should be backing off a little bit. So your all out is going to be different than his all out or my all out. And we can literally have an NFL football athlete working out next to an 80-year-old guy, and they can do the same workout and get the same benefits out of it.
Well, I think we're both ready to kill this workout in the next hour.
Yeah, go for it.
Thanks so much.
Hello, we're at Envision Sports today. How are you doing, Melissa?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Doing great. So what makes Envision Sports unique?
Well, here at Envision Sport Physical Therapy and Pilates, we feel like we are unique because we use Pilates as a form of exercise to help in the rehabilitation process.
Okay. And what body parts do you normally focus on?
We are an orthopedic office where we treat all kinds of orthopedic injuries. So if you have had an ankle sprain or shoulder surgery, neck surgery, motor vehicle accident, we treat knees.
Nice. Well, I do have a long-standing knee problem.
Oh,
do you have any
do?
exercises that would combat that?
Yes, absolutely. A lot of knee injuries are common because we have weakness in our hips and our ankles and balance issues. So let's do some hip exercises that can help you with that.
Thank you, Melissa. That really helped. I do appreciate it. How do people get a hold of you or find you online?
Great question. We're in RSM. We've been here for 14 years. We're at the corner of Impressa and Antonio in RSM, and you can go to our website. Our website address is www.envision-sport.com.
Fantastic.
And you can find us there.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for your help today, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for watching our debut episode.
And we'll see you next time on The American Dream.
The American Dream Show is a vision that began 6 years ago as a need to create positive media in a landscape that relies on negativity to grab attention. It exists to educate, entertain, and to share inspiring stories from around the country of businesses and entrepreneurs doing their best to lead meaningful lives and carve out a lasting legacy for the better. I'm your host, Jenn Morris, and I welcome you to join us as we hear the founding members of the American Dream tell a story years in the making.
Let's get the shit 2 times.
Right. Craig.
Seth.
Bro.
Seth. 2.
Is that what we do now?
You just gotta get better.
This is what we do now?
Craig Sewing, creator of the American Dream. Look, when we set out to start this mission, it was about combating negative media. What ultimately happened is it became an entrepreneurial journey where we started to create some of our own dreams. And me specifically, took this thing all across the country. The American dream is not a destination, it's a journey. And in this entrepreneurial spirit, in our second city of Denver, I met what ultimately would become my version of the American dream, meeting who's going to be my wife today, Randy Sowers.
What has happened for me in my own experience of the name of the company and the name of the show is that American Dream has become something that means something on its own.
Yeah.
Like there's the American Dream and then there's the American Dream the show, and the American Dream the show to me almost has felt more inclusive than what my traditional concept of what American Dream is.
Yeah, what the show has evolved to is sharing the real stories from real people in real communities all across the country in a time when the media is so divisive and negative. We are inspiring and uplifting, and it's through sharing those real stories.
There's 400 people now that take part in the American Dream. There's millions of people that see it every single Sunday. What's crazy is the story of the American Dream is actually your story.
It started with a radio show. The show's growing, and we're really proud of that. It's your show, not ours. But what you might not know is behind it all is me as an entrepreneur.
You know, a lot of us are waiting for that big aha moment that changes our life. But now that I'm inside of the company, I see it's a lot of little aha moments.
One of the most pivotal moments came from a very scary failure, and it came from the network. So we came in and we had this show, and we built this show without their support. We, in our own bubble, were doing well. And I thought they were gonna offer us a daily show. So I'm going in there, I'm thinking, all right, prime time, this thing's gonna blow up. You know, you're always waiting for like that moment of like, you made it, now boom. So we go up, I have this meeting, and they're like, next week we're unplugging the show. Well, we're not unplugging your show, we're unplugging the entire network. But we like you. My goal is to educate, empower, and engage. You know, it's like anything in life. You can turn lemons into lemonade. That's Julie Sewing. My mom would always say that. So I said to these big network guys, well, can we still use your studio? There's a great opportunity for us to take those failures and turn them into bigger wins. And I think that's a message that should apply to anybody who's got that entrepreneurial spirit. Don't let fear of failure paralyze you. When you learn that your failures can be your biggest lessons and stepping stones, then you can replace that fear with faith, and then the world is yours.
Most people see obstacles, and he really does see opportunities. That is a unique characteristic to Craig.
Everybody he's come in contact with, they're all great people. And because knowing Craig, like, he makes everybody around him better. And I can see why he's achieved the American dream.
Ooh, wow. Hey. I think I took one look at you and I go, this is a guy I can drink a beer with. And I think there was a kind of an immediate friendship. I think absolutely, at least on my side, there was a fascination with you because you came into California, which is a very intimidating state, to come in and try to be a big entrepreneur, and you were completely fearless. When you started the American Dream, several things. One, I didn't see the vision, straight up. Number two, I didn't think I had the confidence to get in front of a camera and represent myself. And it wasn't until other people joined the show that I said, no, wait, they can't be on that show without me being on that show. So to me, change has always intimidated me. But to you, that's like a surfer in a wave. Like, you want the change, because what the change does is give you the ability to pull ahead of all the competitors.
Yeah.
And it's just a radically different way to think about what makes most people nervous.
The greatest sailor is going to win in the roughest waters.
Exactly.
Right? And so, I don't know, I think if you have enough experiences in your life where you did have a major failure and it still worked out, you start to have a little bit more confidence when those things occur, because the change is happening for everybody.
Yep.
Right? So as long as you're on the leading edge of certain things, you get to dictate what it's going to mean to you. We had talked forever about partnering, and we probably had 100 different ideas, napkins and happy hours.
I was going to say a lot of IPAs were drank.
everything changed. The look of the show, the concept of the show. That next day, it was like, boom, gone.
Shine like a star, 'cause you know that you are. Come through. Free mind, every kind. I just came to have a good time. Now everybody.
Why there's emotion, I think, that we've been able to achieve in the last year of the show is because we took the show out into the field. We weren't telling realtors to talk about their communities in a certain way. We weren't editing what they were saying. We weren't giving them scripts. We were going, here's a camera. Tell us what's really happening. I thought, God, I could get involved in this company and not only build a company with my friend, we could do something that we could do well by, but also do good by. Like, we could actually change the media landscape for the positive.
And you called it being radically authentic.
Hi, Sarah. Thank you for the invite.
You wanted to shift this thing out of studio. Yep. Our piece, but also all the realtors all across the country are doing these 2-box interviews. How are you gonna do this? And dude, you did it. Like, you just did it. And I still don't know how we did it. We're here now. And it was because you knew the collective public, right? Like what they're thinking, how they're consuming information. Yeah. And you change it. And that's where I think the show went from here to there.
I always wonder, like, what is the moment when this company cannot be caught, right? You know, you watch like 2 cars competing. Yeah. Usually like the old classic car takes a while to rev up, but then you just can't catch it. It doesn't matter how fast that Porsche goes, it's too far ahead. And that was the moment where I was like, you can't catch up with this company because we just became peer-to-peer.
Relationships are your key ingredient. With anything in business, whether it's media or anything else, we had built equity in real relationships. A few contacts, a few phone calls. They partnered with us to create the studio, Ignite Media. Now I'm this executive show producer to the CEO of a media company. We're commercial free. We're not a slave to anybody on content. We blaze our own trail. And that's where we built the media company. That's where we really brought the show in. And then everything flourished from there. When I walk around Ignite Media, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I'm so damn proud, and I'm proud of it. I'm like proud of the life it's become, the thing it does. I mean, you can walk through there, and there's the social media team. Yeah. There's the account managers. There's the editors. There's the producers. And this whole thing is gelling, and it's growing, and it's like, yep, I could be cut out of this equation now, yep, and this will not stop.
What I love is, you know, I walk into the editing room and there's 11 of some of the brightest young minds in editing and a lot of people who are incredibly experienced as well, that are veterans. And I can sit and watch people taking footage from all over the country, all over America, and crafting stories around these young entrepreneurs.
This thing now is its own living, breathing thing. Yeah. The people that put this together, everybody's fingerprints are all over it. That's what I'm most proud of, and that's what makes me so confident that we're just at the beginning.
Living the American dream, man. That's it. Doing it right now. Work hard, play hard, strive for the best, be part of the best, work with friends, create great relationships, man. That's it. Love it.
For me, the American dream is visualizing something that you want so bad and actually going after it and getting it no matter what it takes.
One of the things that attracts me to the American dream is that it's not just a company, it's a concept. And I think one of the things that American Dream TV is so good at is capturing the diversity of what the American dream means all over America. And that is something I'm so proud to be a part of.
Part of the American dream is dreaming big. On today's episode, we're going to visit Anguilla, a little island off of the South Coast. You know, in all of this mission and all the things we've talked about here today about making the American dream come to life for everybody all across the country and its followers and all that stuff, we gotta remind people this is really fun for us too. There's struggles and there's trials and tribulations, but like When Richard Steinberg out of New York City, who sold A-Rod and J-Lo their home, says at the end of this call, he goes, hey, I sell for the Four Seasons in Anguilla, and I want to fly you guys down there, and we're going to stay in the Four Seasons, and it's going to be incredible, and let's do a show down there. And I'm the CEO of the company. I'm leading the phone call, and I'm like, yeah, and we talked through and all this. By the end of it, you remember this call, I go, can I say something really stupid? What is Anguilla?
Break it down. It's a material world, but I'll tell you now, I can be your girl.
Yeah, I don't know whose idea it was.
Someone said it offhand, and then it became very serious. A couple cocktails in, we were like, no, we're doing this.
We were getting a private jet. So what do we do in the airport? In the airport where we have missed our flight. I'm not trying to act like I'm a baller. I remember he and I were like, we gotta look cool in front of our girls. I'm like, napkin, like how much will you put in
wait, how much?
I'm like, dude, I'm calling my MasterCard. I'm like, how much room do I got on this thing? And I'll never forget being on this flight. My fiance will be my wife by the time I think this comes out, with you and Jesse. And I remember being on this private jet.
Listen to Cardi B.
And to the right, you had a sunset over Miami. And to the left, you had this full moon. And I don't care what that costs. Like that is a price. I get goosebumps just talking about it. It was a priceless moment of like all the blood, sweat, and tears. And this, we're experiencing this moment right now.
Well, I come from Kansas City, Missouri, and my dad's been in business for 43 years. And for me, the American dream is building off what he's been doing for the last 43 years.
Being someone from a small town in Olympia, Washington, being down here in Southern California trying to make a name for myself, to me, that is an opportunity you wouldn't see in other countries. And I think you can see it here in America. And I think that's the reason that I'm so proud to be American.
First generation Filipino American. My parents came over from the Philippines and they made a lot of sacrifices for me even just to be around and do things. So it's always been in my soul and my purpose to make sure that I get to a place that makes them proud.
You may kiss your brother.
People ask all the time, is the American dream dead? And I gotta ask them the question, are you dead? Because the moment we stop dreaming is the moment we are dead. As a country, there's a reason that millions of people went into it, not out of it. Now, whether your goal is to start a business, start a charity, or start a family, like I'm gonna be doing here today, the American dream is subjective. You get to define it, you get to chase it, and it's a never-ending process, and that's what makes it such an amazing thing. And through our show, this is the story that we want to share all across the country of real stories, making real impact on real people's lives.
We found you here, 'cause nothing is better than you and I together. I just wanna stay until the morning sun. Lay here forever, you and I together. I just wanna stay until the morning sun.
When we're talking about the American dream, we are living what the overall story is. I mean, if you boil it all the way down to the core of what this thing is, all of us internally as teammates, I never use employees, I never use that word, as teammates, partners, and all of our own individual stories, personally and professionally, like it's created this tapestry, this fabric where you have a purpose. I feel like we have this purpose and this great story, and it's been cool sharing.
You now have so much personal interest and so much love in the company. I'm officiating your wedding, and I'm your partner in CMO. You know, my best man in my wedding is our director of revenue and retention. So what's so cool is like that's a glue that just can't be unstuck.
A hug?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go.
We're grateful for everyone that helped grow our show into an outstanding source of knowledge and inspiration, and for the opportunity to share these stories with viewers around the country. We're happy to have shared our journey with you, and we hope that you've enjoyed it too. Thank you for watching.